now for game number 2. We've got another matchup between TNC and Vici Gaming. 2-game series, win, lose, or draw. This is the final game these two teams will play in their group. TNC taking game number 1. Gods again joining me as the cost. TNC, man, they're looking pretty good at this tournament. I gotta say, they're one of the teams outside the top 8 of the DPC I think could make it into the top 8 still because they have such a strong team.
Yeah, after they swapped the roles and brought in the new player, it feels like this is the strongest TNC that we saw so far, and I like what I see. Especially in this newest patch, it feels like they already prepared for it. I like the way they played. Maybe it's just because of the combo that they use. They still have to see more from them, but so far so good.
Yep, so far so good for them. They are currently, they have a draw against Newbie in their group, but they're definitely looking to get a win here. You want to finish in that like top 3 of your group, I believe, starts in the winner bracket. Last place gets eliminated, which I think is something TNC are not really in danger of. And we'll see how they fare here. Last time they took game 1 against Newbie, but dropped game 2. So we'll see if the same trend continues or if they can break that 1-1 curse that seems to exist there. But here we go. We'll see. Do you think they'll go for another Skywrath Mage here? It worked out so well for them in game number 1, or are they going to try something different?
Why not? I mean, it's a lane winner. I guess that's the reason why they picked Bane. They want to control the lanes, control the runes, have aggressive lineup from Vici. Maybe they just want to adjust. Also, it's a good hero against the Skywrath Mage because you can disrupt the combo with the sleep. Not fully, but still you mitigate a lot of damage from it.
Yeah, for sure. And just having like the sustain from Brain Sap allows you to lane so much better in that matchup. So we'll see if TNC change their approach with the Bane pick or if they stick with the same. Tusk for now. So there's that kind of 4/5 position. I would expect Sam H to play this one. Whether, you know, it's played in the safe lane and they get like another Skywrath, we'll have to wait and see. And it's going to be with a Morphling picked up. So they're going to go straight into their carry here.
So AA is still in the pool, but since they already picked the Bane, I mean, they can do dual lanes with the Bane and AA, but that lane with AA +1 is going to be weak.
Yeah, it sounds like that would give them a really big liability with their draft, having that support duo. And then you're going like all in on countering this Morphling, and then suddenly, you know, TNC may just end up playing more around their mid lane, their off lane, and just you've got these weak lanes that can be punished, so Morph is just going to farm up. And yeah, they get PL instead. I mean, PL versus Morph, it's not like a counter matchup by any means. Like, I don't really feel like the PL causes Morph too many problems, but at the same time, Morphling's not going to find free kills on a PL with his like Ethereal Blade or anything.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see. They're going to need to pick either a hero that can pick up a Spirit Vessel early on. OD is one of the heroes that I like against the Morphling because of the pure damage. Also, you can blow him up easily if he keeps his HP low.
Yep.
Maybe Axe is as well a good counter. Can you shift if you're cold?
Man, I was just thinking that. I honestly do not know. I was going to ask you. Because you're not
No, you can ask me because I'll just tell you I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, man. We had the same question at the same time for each other.
Great minds have the same question.
Or stupid minds don't know the answer to the same thing. Oh man. Well, you know, there's a lot of dark mechanics that change all the time, so.
What are the good morph counters besides that? Faceless Void if you can lock him down. But also Morphling is good if he doesn't die in a chrono and then changes into a Faceless Void, uses Time Walk and Time Dilation. It's impossible to kill him, plus he slows down the whole team.
I guess the good news is the morph picked up fairly early, so you can try and draft around it so that you don't give him too many good heroes to morph into. But at the end of the day, there's always going to be something you can do with a Morphling ultimate.
They can go for a Doom. Yeah, that's the hero I was talking about, the OD. They don't want to have Morphling paired up against. So maybe a hero to steal here is the Doom if they don't feel like Vici should play it.
Instead, it's the Tide Hunter. Can mitigate some of the damage output, or a lot of the damage output from a PL. I feel like you want to have those just tanky frontliners, you know, the Pipe, Greaves, Crimson Guard type heroes.
It feels like when you build Crimson Guard against the Gyro, Phantom Lancer, it's just the heroes don't deal damage, especially the Phantom Lancer illusions.
I was talking to BSJ about just an hour ago, and he's like, basically when that Crimson Guard gets popped, you don't do damage for 12 seconds as a PL. Like, it's because your illusions are just eliminated from that fight. Your main hero does reduce damage, he at least does some, but your illusions are completely gone. So you just have to kind of, you know, stop fighting and then wait for it to wear off.
So this could be the hero to deal with the Morphling, but the problem is you don't have any reliable stun, so they're gonna have a hard time controlling him.
Yeah, I think stuns are much better. I really liked what we're seeing a lot of teams pick Nyx Assassin against Morphling. That felt like a decent counter because you could stun him out of invis and then he can't morph. So if you had a follow-up stun to the Nyx, like a Leshrac or something, it felt like you could really easily gank and deal with this Morphling. But ET, even to reduce his armor, you have to get up nice and close, which is something you're not going to get away with anymore. So if you're going to pick ET, I would really like to see them get some big, heavy, like magic damage nuker to take advantage of the Spirit.
Yeah. I mentioned the Faceless Void, which is great against the Morph. Also lock down the Tide and pairs up with Elder Titan nicely. So that could be the combo that they're looking into.
I wouldn't even mind seeing like a Tinker type hero, something.
Oh, I think TNC knows something is up. Disruptor picked up, which kind of counters the Void already if they decide to go for it. So just staying one step ahead in this draft.
Giving the Tusk Disruptor support duo just gives them a lot of catch and kill potential. When you have these like offlaners that are like these team fighters that farm like your Tide, your Underlord, your supports need to be the one making plays. They have to set up the kills because Tide, you know, he gives you this team fight, this tankiness, but he doesn't initiate for you. So
okay, so
Doom?
There's the Doom that I mentioned against the Morph, but you have two targets to Doom. You want to Doom Tide Hunter because you have nothing to control him with, but you want to also Doom the Morphling. Like, I love how TNC thinks. Like, this is just so good.
Yeah, and I feel like the Morphling actually fights very well against the Doom. Like some of the players who I talked to at GSE in Thailand were like, yeah, Morph just actually counters Doom. Like the lane, you're not really scared and worried about the Doom. Once you get your Lincoln Sphere, he's never really going to get a Doom off on you. It doesn't feel like Doom actually matches up well against the Morphling there at all.
A Morph is such a strong laner. Maybe not when he doesn't have a better matchup, but if he's paired up with the Disruptor, if Tusk rotates, and especially if he's left alone in scenario when he's in 1 versus 1, he just out harasses you. He has 300 HP and ton of damage. He can hit 3 times and you hit once, especially with the hero like a Doom who has no agility whatsoever or attack speed.
And Doom often wants to walk in to use that Infernal Blade, but Morphling's just going to, you know, stand his ground and right-click you back, and that's something where Doom is low armor and does not match up well against that kind of heavy harass from a Morphling Disruptor, Tusk, potentially rotating as well. We'll see what Vici Gaming get now. I don't know what this last pick is.
I don't see... exactly. I don't want to... no matter what they pick, it just doesn't feel like this is a lineup that can win. Maybe a good hero still for TNC would be something like Ember Spirit.
Yep.
Deals nicely with the Phantom Lancer.
I guess for them they'll wait and see what the mid pick is. Like they don't have to, like they can deal with, they may have to deal with like a mid hero that Vici Gaming get here, or they can just focus on the PL if they think the PL is going to be the bigger problem. But right now they've got like Tide Hunter already. I don't think they're lacking ways of dealing with PL. Well, what are they? They banned the Ember, so that's the hero you mentioned that can deal with the PL, and they pick Puck. Okay. I quite like Puck. I think this is a hero that's underpicked and undervalued a bit. The burst damage with like the blink silence with the Veil on like a Morphling can actually catch him by surprise very easily.
Could be also a steal pick because Puck is one of my favorite heroes against the Phantom Lancer. Even if he uses Doppelganger, the coil snaps and it's pretty much a guaranteed kill. Also, when I ever see Tusk Opener, I always think of a Puck. That's why I think he's underpicked. You can't really gank Puck because of the snowball shift interaction. So they need something. Is Lina still in the pool?
Lina is still in the pool. They could just go with the Dragon Knight. That's one of those like stable mids that's off to pick against the Puck.
But he's banned.
Oh, he's banned.
They banned him themselves.
Right. Never mind. Yeah, no DK, no Ember. It's going to be the Storm Spirit. So they, Storm into Doom doesn't really sound amazing, but it's very, again, there's so many Doom targets. You want to Doom the Tide, you want to try and get a Doom on the Morphling. The Storm is now a target to go on as well. And it's a pretty long cast point that it's not easy to get Doom off on these heroes.
I love TNC's lineup. Like, they picked so many heroes that Doom needs to focus on. So maybe just not focus anyone, just focus Tusk instead. I'm just kidding. So let's see. Sam H on the Tidehunter, probably gonna get help from Tims. I wonder what the lane is gonna be. Elder Titan Doom, I assume, and just Bane with the Phantom.
I would almost expect Tusk to go in tri-lane after he helps bottom a bit. Like, maybe he stays bottom for like the first wave or two, but probably very early we see Tusk TP to the safe lane to try and find a first blood, because it is so easy for them to get kills with that trio of heroes.
And finally, Ice Shards duration reduced. I was talking about it so much. Level 1 Ice Shards lasting for 7 seconds. That's just way too good.
Yep.
Easy to execute. He's the Earthshaker version 3.0.
He's still, even with the changes, looking very, very damn powerful in some of the games. And we're still seeing a lot of teams first to pick him as well, so something that can still secure your offlane a bit and have an impact. He's got an Orb of Venom, so expect to see aggression coming out from him. As for Vici Gaming, Paparazzi, the PL, they look to be going aggressive with their lanes here, putting the PL in a tri-lane against the Morphling perhaps, and giving Doom a 1v1 against what they assume will be a Tide up top. What do you make of Vici Gaming going aggressive here?
Well, I said that Morph is good if he has more heroes in his lane, in his favor. If there are 3 versus 2, 2 versus 1, then he's going to shine and get a lot of farm. But I don't think he's going to get a lot of farm. Disruptor is also a hero who does not shine in 3 versus 3 scenarios. He's super weak. He provides Thunderstrike, and that's pretty much it. Top lane Tidehunter against the Doom should be pretty even matchup, but maybe Doom should have an upper hand, in my opinion, if he gets the good creep.
Yeah,
Let's say if he gets the Satyr with the region, then he's going to destroy the lane.
Morph is already swapping lanes. They scouted the Doom at the Bounty Rune, and Morph is making the walk up top. He doesn't want to TP because then they match him, so he's going to walk top, and then if PL TP's top, he can then TP bottom. So
yes,
smart play, and he'll miss maybe a little bit of the first creep wave, but that's not a big deal at all.
Well, Tusk already used the shards, so he's gonna block a little bit, but that's a smart play. He want to stay one step ahead, does not want to TP.
Yeah, even Sam H, the Tide, he wants to TP for that first wave of experience. He's completely missing the first wave, but he knows if he TP's there and the lane swaps happens, then he's stuck, so he has to make the walk. So top lane, will they be able to pressure old 11 here? He needs to be a little bit careful here. This is the lane he did not want to be up against. As for the mid lane, it's Storm versus Puck.
Oh, I love what Puck just did. Storm used the Remnant, and he harassed him a lot and popped the Glyph. Oh, look at this. Storm
can they get this kill?
3 CS, they're gonna dive him.
Yeah, there's a TP coming in, but the Storm's already dead. Disruptor's trying to rotate in, perhaps looking for a bit of a punish here. And with Tims as well, can they get this Puck? I believe he's going to orb out, and he might be barely okay. The last Thunderstrike tick will get him. And they at least get those counter kills here. This is really good for Vici Gaming, because both supports had to TP to that mid lane, though, to get that kill.
Now, I think this is the underused feature in Dota. Just popping the Glyph early on. Especially for this purpose. If you have a position 4 hero which rotates them, Elder Titan can be in problem. Has a TP ready.
He didn't go for it though. Yeah, he's just going to accept his fate. There was a snowball, so he couldn't actually TP out because Tim's already had his level 2. Going for the snowball, and Ori Rune's coming up. Maybe that'll be Tim's saving grace here. He's going to go into the Roshan pit, look for the deny. I love it.
They're just going to stand.
I love it. Oh, he... Ori, that's like one of the, I don't know if you play Zelda, man, that's like one of those shrines where you got to figure out the solution to this puzzle. He's thinking it through, how do I solve this puzzle? How do I kill this guy without him denying himself to Roshan? And then he has this eureka moment. Ah, I've got it.
Yes.
I hit Roshan.
I'm going to attack the Roshan.
That
I
was
thought
great.
that this could last forever. Like,
Yeah.
they would just stand there and end up being level 2.
Ori solved the puzzle much faster than I did, because I just thought, I'm like you, I thought they were just going to stand there and nobody was going to hit anybody. Don't worry, man. Ori's a high IQ player.
Well, I think we have a higher IQ than him combined.
Yeah, okay. Maybe combined. Well, hopefully, Lacoste. Ori showing his prowess in the puck. Is losing the CS battle to the Storm after going down there. Storm TP back in, but taking a lot of harass.
Yeah, I mean, he spent 30 seconds in the Roche pit. That's why he's losing the battle.
That's true. Tim's is getting a lot of these ice shot blocks. Snowball dodges the stun, cancels it as well, and Lanham in some trouble here as Morphling waved through, but he did tango his way back to the tower. Well juked. As it looks like they're going to go back to hitting some creeps here. Shockwave for 11. That is the creep you want. That's Satyr, Shockwave, and the Unholy Aura, giving Vici Gaming a much stronger lane. But 11, he may have overextended here. He pops the fire. Raven has a waveform.
He's gonna kill him.
Well, yeah, it does look like it. He gets the kill. Raven trying to get the counter kill here. He goes down before he waves. Ooh, this Doom. He completely destroys him. Morphling held onto his waveform for too long. He was waiting to waveform at the last second, and he gets punished for being too greedy there.
Oh, what a play from 11. He had so much regen with Scorched Earth, his aura, and was saving Magic Stick for the last moment. He didn't even have mana. Then he popped everything, just threw in the Shockwave. Most of the players would just throw the Shockwave on the Tusk to secure the kill, but this is another high IQ player on side of Vici Gaming.
Oh yeah, very good start for them, and definitely we were concerned about the hero matchup and how these lanes would go, but they are just outplaying TNC in some of these lanes right now. Ori rotates bottom, gets a kill. Great use of the haste rune. Having these rune wards just seems more important now. The buffs to bottle means getting bottle on your mid laner, particularly these heavy roamers like a Puck, is just that much better.
Yeah, I mean, your regen 300 and 150 mana per charge, which is pretty great.
Absolutely. So 5-minute bounty runes coming up soon. Cuckoo, he wanted to go aggressive and try and steal the bounty rune. Instead, he may pay for this with his life. There's the stop, but here comes Tim's. Cuckoo still in trouble, should go down here as Morphling rotates in as well. We'll take the bounty rune for the team. Sam H getting one as well. It looks like they will get the counter kill there. Meanwhile, mid lane, it's the Puck solo killing the Storm Spirit.
He's one level ahead, and with the coil, Storm is level 5, can't really get out. He already TP'd back to the lane, I assume, because his TP is on cooldown for 40 seconds.
They're diving at top. They've got an Infernal Blade here, and Elder Titan has a lot of damage stolen. He's plus 105 here. He's going to get the initial kill on the Tims with the help of Fenrir's Bane, and they're chasing for more. They want Raven, but no more Infernal Blades means no more fun, as they now pressure the tower. Siege Creep is here, so they can actually do some good damage on this Tier 1 tower.
Yeah, did you see how Morphlings skill their abilities? I've seen a lot of Morphs just having 1 point in waveform and maxing out the Adaptive Strike.
Well, we're seeing something completely different going for the attribute shift here. At like
just
2 points in that.
Yeah, just keeping one point in Adaptive Strike and maxing out the other 2 spells.
Yeah, I see a lot of early Adaptive Strike now, just as like a cost-effective nuke that sometimes will help get you a kill. But this is something a bit different, you know, the attribute shift. I've seen some Morphlings level it up, but it's definitely been a big variety of skill builds coming out.
Yeah, mostly it's when you're playing ahead, so you have a better kill potential than just maxing out the waveform. Look at him, Raven, staying in the trees, trying to bait paparazzi using the salve. They're not gonna get this kill.
Raven comes out, but like you say, they're not going to get this kill. Not with a level 4 Tidehunter. He didn't even have Gush. And Morphling is struggling to find a lane to farm in right now. All 3 cores on Vici Gaming topping the net worth chart right now. Raven forced back, and things looking pretty grim here as top lane Tim's has been dived. And this top lane is property of Vici Gaming. They are behind the Tier 1 tower. They're ignoring creeps and just getting kills. This is aggressive Dota coming out from Vici.
Yeah, they picked heroes to dominate the lanes. Doom and the Elder Titan plus a Bane, also Phantom Lancer, has a lot. He has 2069.
Oh, what a play from Puck. He coiled to stop the ball. Lightning, then he gets the silence. He won't quite get the kill. It was a nice attempt. Definitely played it well, but unfortunately they just didn't have the damage. And just level 2 silence meant the duration was only 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, would you max out just 2 points in Illusory Orb and just max out Vanning Rift after that?
I've seen some pucks go for the level 4 Waiting Rift very early against Storm.
Yes.
Well, not the case here, but either way, Ori's been very impactful on this puck. 3, 1, and 2 already. He's been rotating through a lot of these lanes. Storm is coming in mid. Can they get the kill on Ori? Trying to bait out an Illusionary Orb. There's a regen rune at bottom. And they're going to go snowballing in. They want this kill. Ori's pretty tanky here. He's got TP support as well. And yeah, they've just got to back off. Ori's going to get this rune, I believe, too. If he can get that regen rune, that's going to be really big for his lane. And it looks like the race is on. Ori gets it, but will he pay for with his life? The kinetic field does not trap him in, but Armel gets the kill nonetheless. 367 gold going his way. A bit too greedy there for the puck. Did not perhaps anticipate TNC rotating all those heroes in. Bottom lane, meanwhile, Doom on Morphling. He's gone full strength, but even that will not save his life. The Infernal Blade comes chopping through, finishing him off.
Yeah, dude, that's why Doom is one of the better heroes against the Morphling. If he morphs everything in strength, Infernal Blade deals a ton of damage.
Yes, absolutely. Well, things continue to go well for Vici Gaming. The Storm is having a slightly better game now with that kill on the puck. He's kind of holding his own in terms of his farm, but Tide was very underleveled, only just now hitting his level 6. He's got a lane against a level 8 Phantom Lancer. Sam H struggling to find his farm. Bottom lane, meanwhile, Morphling not going to get the kill on the Bane. They get interrupted by the Echo Stomp here. They're going to snowball on through here. I believe the Tusk trying to stop himself from getting nuked down here. The Ice Shard's not really in the right place as well, as Morphling goes waving on through, catches out Lan M with this one, but it's TNC losing both their supports here as they finally get the call on the Morphling, giving him a nice little bounty. But the chase is on. Raven, silent before he can get a waveform out. He's got it now, but it's too late. They get the kill on him as well. 11 gets a double kill. This Doom is just destroying them. 4 points in Infernal Blade already. Has the treads nice and early. 1.55k health. That is a tanky Doom at 10 minutes in.
Also, when 1.7k morph, that's also tanky morph, but against the Infernal Blade, not very effective. Also, Puck decided to get more points in Vanning Rift, which was enough to hold the Morphling there. Oh my god, Morphling is struggling so much. He's level 6, 10 minutes in.
Yeah. This was meant to be the hero that would have a good laning stage against the Doom, but I feel like so much goes back to, like, right at the start, the supports TP'd mid to kind of counter gank, and because of that, Doom had such an easier lane, and they weren't able to, like, pressure him at all. 11 is just taken over this game.
This Doom is gonna have a really good time. Almost full drums finished.
He's got it now. Wow, that is pretty damn early to have a drums completed, and TNC need to find some kind of a move. It's going to come from a smoke up top. Cuckoo's got 3 points in Glimpse. I believe he was looking for the Phantom Lancer there, but PL is already back to his tower. Both teams scanning around this top lane. I think he has a very good idea of what's going on. Ravage is used. They put the ward behind the tower. They will see Paparazzi elsewhere. They kill Raven. Oh, Bane finds the kill. Can they find Paparazzi at top? It looks like they're not even going to go for it as Raven goes down. No grip even needed. Just the Puck nukes with the Veil.
Yeah, they just use the sleep, and with level 4 silence on a Puck, Morph keeping his HP way too low. Yeah. 650.
Well, easy burst down, and now we're going to see Vici Gaming start pressuring towers. This bottom lane looks done for. TNC are kind of forced to 5-man right now just so they can find kills and stay alive, and that is not what you want to be doing this early on in the game.
This is not looking good for TNC.
They're
Both of the supports are level 5.
They're 5-man TPing in. They get the 2-man coil to start things off. The Glimpse back onto the Puck, but he jaunts in. Ori's back. That Glimpse does not work. Ori showing what he can do on the Puck. Armel's out of mana. They're charging forward. They've got the Scorched Earth movement to be the drums on cooldown for now, but they're going to doom Sam H. He looks absolutely done for. Armel needs to get out of there. He's got no mana to play around as well, and 12 minutes in, it's an 8k gold lead already. You thought last game was one-sided. Vici Gaming say we can do one better. This game, right now, turning out to be a bit of a stomp.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have anything to fight with. Both of the supports are level 5, and Tidehunter has Ravage. He did not use it still. 13 minutes in, which is not what you want to do. They should play around the Ravage, but Vici's Gaming knows how to play, evade the fights, controlling the team fight with the Doom, getting a pick off before they start.
Yeah. Such a good call there to defend their tower. Like, they know TNC's trying to get whatever objectives they can. 3 heroes show in the bottom lane, but Puck is able to force the fight with the coil, doesn't even get caught by the glimpse back, and that just puts so much pressure on them. Storm always been on the sleep. Have they got any follow-up for this one? There's no Puck here just now. Instead, it looks like they want to go for Tims. He looks done for. They get the grip. The snowball save is there. Well played by Tims. He keeps his Storm alive, but the Puck is still there. We'll be looking for a silence here. He's going for the Courier instead. Ori finds it, and Armo's out of mana. He's just dead. He's got no escape. Ori finishes him off, and they get the chicken +2. Essentially,
Puck
3
saw
kills.
that Storm has no mana, so he decided to go for a chicken. This is going to be a Blink Dagger and 15 gold for him.
Yikes. Yeah, he is now able to kill anyone. This Morphling can just get solo killed by Puck with this Blink Veil. He's not careful.
He just started the shifting. Like, you need to have around 1000 HP to survive the combo.
Or he's already hunting for him. He had the ward there. He sees Raven. Can he burst him down here? Don't know if there's going to be quite enough damage. Will be tested here. The Veil into nukes. Is there going to be a coil coming out as well? He may need it. Doesn't want to use the coil.
Like, I'm always thinking about Puck, and when they need to snap the coil, you can just use it on the very edge. Like, just initially...
Here's the Ravage you talked about. Sam H finally set something up for TNC. That gets them back in the game. They use their high ground ward to set up a great fight, killing off Doom and Bane. It's not the carries, but the Doom at this point is a big kill for them to get. And any kills are much needed for TNC when they're behind this much.
Yeah, they'll take whatever they can at this point. Storm has Kaya finished with that double kill.
Yeah. And they punish the fact that the Puck TP's bottom, you know. This Puck trying to do some flashy stuff, get these solo kills, but if you do that and your team gets initiated on top and you don't get the kill on Morphling, it's not worth it at all.
Yeah, if you're showing on a lane like that, or just trying to find a kill, other team will know something is up, you're missing, you're their key hero to fight with. They're just try to engage.
Looks like instead Vici Gaming going to occupy the bottom lane. Morphling had a good ward to scout out this rotation in though, so he knows that he can't stay there. He TP'd to the top shrine and he's just going to look to farm some jungle. Not much more he can do. His team trying to push the top tier 1 tower. He's going to try and just farm the jungle, but here comes the defense. Puck TP's in. No way to glimpse him back, and the coil coming out onto the Storm Spirit. He looks done for. He got doomed up as well. 11 helping get a second kill for the team. Again, it's Vici Gaming defending their towers. They do not want to give up anything for TNC this game.
It's going to be hard for TNC to fight once the Ravage is down. Like, they don't have anything to engage the fight. You don't want to go in with the Storm Spirit.
Yeah. And next Ravage comes up in 40 seconds, so maybe we'll see them group up then. But until they have Ravage, there's just nothing they can do.
Oh, and I love the build on Lanham. I saw him do this before on Elder Titan against heroes that need to move freely. Almost Road of Atas finished.
This is coming up incredibly early. And against Morphling, Storm, Tusk even, this is an amazing item to have. Even
Storm
catching like a Tide, you know, you Atos him and let your Doom run in to get off his ultimate.
I think Storm will need a defensive item. He can't afford to go for Bloodstone. This is a really greedy build. Kaya into Bloodstone, especially when you're playing from behind. Either
you're going to get doomed or silences.
Yes.
Yeah. It's weird because it's not offensive or defense. It's like a farming item in some ways. It's an item you get when you're ahead to like farm kills with, but in a game like this, it feels like you need to go like risky and just get an Orchid and try and kill the Puck, or you get like a Yules. Like this is not defensive or offensive. I don't like it for that reason.
Yes, so greedy. Also, he shows a Void Stone in his inventory. Puck doesn't even go for his Yule Scepter because he's not threatened by any of these spells. If he went for Orchid, Puck would be forced to go for that Yule Scepter for defensive purposes. Now with Arcane Orb, Arcane Rune Veil, he's going for Dagon Veil, so he can burst people down. Especially the Morph. I guess that's the reason why he's going for a Dagon as well.
Yeah, he wants to be able to kill him during that silence if possible. Although once the Lincolns is there, he won't be able to actually Dagon him, but perhaps he's trying to get this Dagon one up before the Lincolns.
Yeah, but it's also good for the later stages if you upgrade
Right.
your Dagon and Morph gets the E-Blade.
Paparazzi goes down. Nice little pick off, but we'll see what TNC look to do next. I think they're just going to use that to farm. I mean, for TNC, is it really just farm here, or do they want to try force a fight with Ravage?
I think they're fine with just farming, getting a pick off. They need a lot of time to recover, especially on this Morph. He's sitting on what? Just Perseverance. He's lower net worth than Doom.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This Doom with the Shadow Blade is looking to keep finding these pickoffs. I think TNC really need to protect themselves with some kind of like Observer Ward rate, sentry traps. They need to keep playing pickoffs and avoiding these team fights.
Yeah, that's what they need to do. If someone shows on the lane, they have these mobile heroes like a Morph and Storm Spirit plus always a Glimpse, and whenever someone shows on the other lane, they should try to get a pick off.
For now, they split up 2 at bottom. Okay, that orb, Sam H, he's been found here. Ori is going to hold him in place, and you can't really TP out here as long as there's a coil up, and Ori is going to hold onto that coil, and Sam H loses his entire mana pool. Be brought down by the PL plus Puck. Shows off his Anchor Smash. Perhaps now they can go to mid, but Doom is going to get... Okay, nope, did not get the ulti on the Storm. Instead, he's going to look for the other targets. I think realizing that Storm maybe was not going to be a kill they could get. Instead, it's going to be the Disruptor with the Atos. Brought down. A support in mid, an offlaner in bottom lane. Vici Gaming, these kills adding up very quickly here.
They're just keeping the pressure. Vici Gaming, even though TNC got a couple of return kills.
It seems like the kills they're getting just aren't leading to anything. Like, you know, Vici Gaming,
Yes.
they kill and then they are farming the entire map. TNC, they get a kill and then they go back to playing scared. They're forced to, like, always be grouped up, whether they're ganking or even playing defensively. Like, they never seem to have more than 1 or 2 heroes farming on the map.
They didn't manage to kill one tier 1 tower. Morphin getting closer to his Lincolns, which could keep him alive in the fights. Morphling is one of the better late game heroes. But what about his morph targets? What can he morph into? Like Phantom Lancer is a good choice. Also Doom with the Infernal Blade and Scorched Earth.
Oh, Storm catches the puck here, but he gets glimmered. They're not going to actually have the detection to bring him back into the Static Storm here, so Static Storm wasted the snowball on forward. Surely this is going to be the death of Tim's. And he suddenly finds himself surrounded by 4 Vici heroes, and they're not done. 11's got a Doom. Is he going to throw it here? He's looking for someone else. He gets pushed back by the Glimpse here. Sam H trying to TP up, but the Stomp is there just in time. They bring down the Tide. 2 dead. And it looks like Storm's just going to pull out.
Roche.
Yeah. They feel ready to go for it. They've got the Diffusal on PL. They can kill this pretty damn fast.
I mean, the Storm, with items that he has right now, he can't go into anything. With the ATAS, with Bane Grip, just one silence, it's gonna be more than enough to kill him.
Yep. We saw all the bounty runes were picked up by Vici Gaming as well there. So maintaining this big economic advantage as well. It's like, I don't know, 1,500 team gold or something when you get all 4 bounty runes at this stage. So it's a decent amount of money for the whole team. So we'll see TNC what they can do next here. Vici Gaming opting not to go for Roche, perhaps just feeling it's going to be a bit too slow and they want to maintain pressure on the map.
Yeah, they don't have the best Roche lineup. Phantom Lancer deals some of the damage, but that's pretty much it. Other heroes really don't do anything to the Roche besides classic right clicks.
Veil Orb attempted onto Tim's, but he gets back to safety. Perhaps revealing there was an Observer Ward there. Not sure TNC can really go in on this one. Even with a Doom, it's just so hard to get Doom in place to get off a good ultimate. If he tries to walk in, he's going to get ultied by the Doom.
This Tidehunter has no items whatsoever. He's sitting on a Bracer.
Less farm than the Bane. That kind of says it all.
I mean, Bane is a hero that has least farming potential in the game.
Yeah. I think at this point he may just have to go for a Blink Dagger because any like team item like the, the Pipe, the Crimson Guards, the Greaves, these items are going to come mega late and be useless. Against the Doom, he just needs a way to blink ulti before he gets doomed.
Exactly. He should get a blink and try to cut the back lines, surprise them, maybe catch the Bane or Puck. If he gets, let's say, jumped on a Puck, he has no defensive items whatsoever. They might blow him up with the Disruptor ulti or just more for Storm. Storm still keeping his gold, 3,000 gold almost. Maybe. What do you think about the Lincolns as alternative?
I mean, I was just thinking, he's got Perseverance. Yeah, the Lincolns actually sounds not too bad here, because if Tide gets a blink, he will become the Doom target at that point. Whoa, Cuckoo glimpse back. He's going to lose majority of his health for this one. And the Courier needs to be careful too. Gets shielded as Cuckoo is going to try and hide his way. Yeah, he's done for. That Infernal Blade will tick him on down. 2 Infernal Blades, dead Disruptor.
That spell, good early and best in the late game.
That's one of those spells, like, I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit of a damage nerf to Infernal Blade, but just how good it is at all stages.
Way too much damage, I agree.
I like that it's like this pseudo counter to these tanky, mega high health heroes with the percent base damage, but make the base damage less or something, so it's not as good early game.
Base burn damage 40 for 4 seconds. It's 160 plus the percentage base damage.
Do they know the tides here? Paparazzi ran and found some ancients that were low, but did not find the tide. Okay, is Storm just going to buy his Bloodstone here? It looks like that's the case. He didn't bring out a Lincoln's recipe, so he gets the Bloodstone, but it's kind of like a now what thing. Like, you get this Bloodstone, it doesn't allow you to fight, doesn't allow you to really gank any better. If you do get those ganks, you're going to start getting some charges, which is nice, but it kind of is an item which just means he has to keep on farming.
Yeah, it's not the item for farming. You can farm with the same efficiency with any item that gives you a better ganking potential, like an Orchid.
Yeah. I would have much rather have seen the Orchid or going straight into, like, if you're on a defensive item, get the Lincolns or get a Yule Scepter, whatever it may be. But we'll see how this works out for them. If they can get some kills and start, putting together some nice team fights, we could see some comeback gaming from TNC, but they've got to get a good Ravage off. Trying to hold on to the high ground up here. Sentries protecting them here. Paparazzi going in. TNC is getting surrounded here. They're coming in from behind. Doom is going to scout out this tide here. They get the silence initially. Will he get the Ravage off? He's mid-cast. He gets doomed. No Ravage for you. 11 in the front lines. Has a BKB and everything. The Stomp on the back lines as well, working wonders here as Raven trying to hold his ground and fight through this, but there's nothing he can do except run away. They did lose the puck here. Storm using what money he could. Can he get out of this one? He does barely TP home. Okay, not too bad for TNC. They used a lot of... Well, they didn't use Ravage.
No, Ravage was not used because he got doomed before the fight started. Mid-air, while he was casting it, he got doomed. But they didn't focus the Tidehunter. He just went uphill. His Tranquil Boots were ready, so he was regening.
Well, that somehow salvages the fight despite Vici Gaming seemingly getting a really nice initiation coming in from behind with the Shadow Blade in, but I think the Puck maybe jumped the gun a bit there, using his spells on the Tide. If you're going to doom him, just use your doom. Save Puck spells for other targets.
Yeah, well, Puck is also playing really greedy, which could backfire. There's no defensive item on him. He does not have that Yule Scepter. If he gets caught in the Static Storm, he can mitigate a lot of damage with just the Yuling himself.
Yep. Here goes TNC. 1 Bloodstone charge already acquired for Storm. They want more. They're going to run right into the Doom, but he instantly BKBs. Nothing they can really do about that one. Storm, though, finds the Bane instead. This is perhaps a bigger target for them. They've got the detection. Storm gets silenced and then slept up as well. Is there a Dagon or anything to burst him down? Armor gets slept as well. He needs to be woken up. He's being right-clicked. The Bane! He's going to finish him off. The Puck there with the Orb takes out the Storm. Bye-bye Bloodstone charges as they go chasing for more. They want Raven. They need to burn his mana before he can waveform away. Still has the Wand. Can he Wand and then waveform? It's going to be close, but he gets rooted. No escape for you. Taken out, and TNC lose 4. They're going to make that smoke play. I feel like they really need to do so with the Tidehunter.
Yeah, what a play from Bane there. Just keeping the Storm in the Nightmare while the cooldowns of the spells reset, and then they can kill him again. We go back to the point where Storm Spirit just doesn't have a defensive item that you also want to have offensive item like an Orchid. It just doesn't feel right. This Bloodstone into Kaya.
They went all in on a Bane, and they didn't even kill the Bane. Like, that was the target. Initially, they run into this Doom, he BKBs, they run away, but then they see this Bane, and they're like, no, let's go back in, let's kill this Bane, this is going to be great. No, you can't even kill a Bane? That's a problem.
They had a problem with the vision. Bane has a Glimmer Cape and a Gem,
Yes.
and also they have a Shadow Blade on a Doom, so they need to invest a lot of money in sentries and dusts, but it's going to be a problem since Bane has that early Gem picked up. Also, we didn't talk about the Phantom Lancer. He has a full heart, plus a Manta style.
He's got
and
17k
Aegis.
net worth. He's massive. He may just be able to attack, move down mid lane, and win the game right now.
Yes.
Well, we'll see if they've got any answers in the forms of enough damage to deal with Paparazzi, but it really feels like they're going to struggle to do so. Things continue to look worse and worse for TNC here in the second game of this series. They took game 1, but they do not seem to have answers for Vici Gaming here in game number 2.
It is not looking good for them. The Phantom Lancer can just repeat this all the time. Just use the Doppelganger region with the heart. I think Storm TP'd way too early back home. He could have pressured the tier 1 at least, killed it, and maybe even pressured the tier 2 tower on the bottom.
Yeah, just getting that tower money for the team would make a big difference right now. May help him finish an Orchid, may help a teammate like Morphling finish his next item. They need whatever gold they can get. I guess he sees it as he's the hero that has to defend and clear these creep waves, because they haven't got the best wave clear on TNC's side.
That's true. Yeah, but the one hero needs to be out of the base. Like, you have a Morph and Storm Spirit who are in the base doing nothing.
Like you say, one hero should be pushing out that bottom lane. The tier 1 tower is low, but instead they're just watching Paparazzi solo kill the mid tier 3 tower and move on to the racks here. They're just sitting here as 5 in their base, and there's nothing they can do unless they initiate in on the back lines. Storm gonna go in on the Doom, trying to force out a BKB. Static Storm popped and everything, but Cuckoo just melts. He has to throw Static Storm, and 11 just, says, okay, I'll shrug that one off. Tim's dying to the PL Illusions. Finally, there's a buyback, but it's Disruptor. He doesn't even have an ultimate at this point. They're gonna lose the melee Rex. Not sure what the play is here, and
yeah, no way to deal with the Phantom Lancer. We were talking about other heroes, but Phantom Lancer uncontested.
Yep. Puck goes in, gets the silence. It's going to be a dieback on the Disruptor here to start the fight off. No, he just barely escapes back to the fountain. Instead, it's the Storm going down without buyback. He bought one of his Oblivion staffs, and I mean, Paparazzi does not care about the kills at this point. He's more than happy just to focus down these buildings. He doppelgangers, he rushes forward. He's trying to just burn down some of Raven's mana. Morphing into a Doom is not going to save your base here as Paparazzi backs off, waits for the heart regen to kick in, and they'll wait for that next creep wave before continuing to siege.
I mean, throughout all this time, imagine if someone was out of the base trying to pressure the other lanes. They could have reached tier 3 and get something in return.
Exactly.
I mean, they still didn't do anything in a team fight. They can't kill anyone.
I'm okay with Storm TPing back because he seems like the best hero to clear the creep waves, but definitely Morphling, he doesn't offer anything to defend with. He could have just walked down that bottom lane and pushed all the way on through. And at some point he's going to force Vici Gaming to TP back to defend.
Yeah, this fight lasted so long that Morphling could TP to, let's say, a shrine, push out one wave, and TP back home.
He's fairly tanky here. That's Morphing's strength as well. And they're going to glimpse back the puck here. Perhaps Ori has overextended here. Earth Splitter on top of his body here. Is this going to be enough to turn it around? He's got another phase shift in a second, but he won't get a chance to get it off, and they're going to chase down Lanham as well. Puck pauses the game. He says, guys, look at your bottom lane. It's like, yeah, gank me, so what? Check your base.
You can imagine the chat if this was a public game right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Pause the game, like, what are you nerds doing?
Yeah, you all chat, LOL, look at your base. And there's going to be some PL, like, on the tier 3 towers taking a second lane of racks. Like, this puck knows that he may have died there, but this game is won for the team. 30k gold lead, 30 minutes in. What can TNC realistically do? ET's going to reconnect. But no, there's no BM in this pause. It was ET DCing. If they chase this ET, they're going to lose bottom racks, is how I see it. I think they have to start considering how they defend their base.
One type G, the other type G as well. Maybe the combine is just a GG. That's a simple math.
That may be the call there. They're going to go for the kill here. Doom's there to stop the TP. Storm, Armel. Nope, no TP for you. And I think he may just solo kill Armel here. BKB, Infernal Blade, I'm sure they're taking Rax bottom. Yep, PL's on that, and he's looking to keep chasing Armel into the trees. One more Infernal Blade. Is he going to find it? He's got it. Down he goes. He gets the deny. He could blink for this Disruptor. If he blinks over, he's actually got this kill. But he doesn't know where Cuckoo is. He doesn't have the vision, and PL did get the tier 3 tower, but did not actually get the Rax, so not the end of the world for TNC, but very close to the end of game number 2.
Man, this is one of the saddest Tidehunter games that I've seen in a while, I gotta say. He is involved in 4 kills. Not that they have 1,000 kills, that they have 11 kills only, but still.
He got destroyed this game. Like, wherever he went, he was just getting bullied, and he has not had a game to play at all. But TNC will fight till the bitter end. It really feels like inevitable at this point that there is not really much of a comeback possible anymore.
Tidehunter is that guy that everyone was stealing lunch money from.
It's like he's already got only like a couple nickels and dimes in his pocket.
Yeah.
But no, they'll take those. They'll take those few coins.
And those bullies who were late to the party, they beat him up because he had no money left.
Exactly. That's the bane of the ET. They're more farm than the Tide this game. But as it stands, Vici Gaming will play it safe. They're not in any rush to end this one. PL now has an Orchid, so he can deal with the Storm Spirit on his own. And this is where, you know, Storm, going for this Bloodstone, does not have, like, any useful items, I want to say. Like, he doesn't have a Silence to go for kills. He doesn't have a Lincoln's or a Yule's to protect himself. He just has this Bloodstone, which has not been a useful item. Maybe
I'm a bit triggered by this item build because I got matched with the same guy who did the same build twice in my pub, and I flamed him so hard because of it.
Yeah. There's definitely games where it's good. Like, if you're ahead, you're getting kills, and you're far enough ahead that you can play it safe and not die. It's worth getting this Bloodstone. But in a game like this, absolutely not worth it. Well, Raven has a Manta Star. We'll see if this can change the course of this game. He didn't even go for the shotgun build. I don't think there was much really happening with a shotgun against a Puck, a PL, Doom as a BKB. He just decides,
there's no target.
Yeah, there is indeed no target. They're looking to gank him though. He needs to TP out. He'll do so with the Waveform, and just in time as 11 was scouting him out with a War Stomp available.
I mean, the gold lead, 32,000. And they still can't close the game.
Win probability is 99%.
Yes, that's what Dota Plus says?
Yep. It's been 99% for the last, like, 8 minutes.
Hey, it feels like Funnick did that Dota Plus.
Yep. Well, we'll see if TNC can be the 1%. That's what they need something special here. I don't know. You know, this is the kind of game, you know, as a caster you're told, you don't call GG. You pretend there's still always a chance. It's hard to pretend in these games.
Well, sometimes these comebacks happen. I'm not sure it's this game, but if Vici Gaming overextends, they could still lose the game.
It's just like you have that feeling because they're playing it safe. They're not taking chances and, like, taking risks. They're waiting for Roshan. They're smoking. Like, they're up 31k gold. They could just do what they did before, which is PL right-click a Rax. But no, they're going to smoke, look for the pigs, and they sure as hell find a pig. Cuckoo, goodbye.
Yeah, that's Dead Raptor. Roche is going to spawn, may respawn in 20 seconds. I guess they're just waiting for it. They're going to destroy the shrine, so they can't go from behind. They can't TP if they decide to go for a Roche. This shrine regeneration feels so annoying, but I'm glad that it's in the game right now, because you can't just send illusions, send treants, and destroy the shrine.
That's what everyone was doing. Like, it was kind of in this dangerous place to go and push, but if you could, you would just, like, send some summons that don't really matter. A Helm of the Dominator creep could just, over the course of 4 minutes, solo kill a shrine. Well, Vici Gaming have all the tools they need, perhaps except an Aegis, which is coming up in 30 seconds. If they want to wait for that, they may just go for high ground anyways. Now, they're going to continually scout this Roche out.
20 seconds until the Roche spawns.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where it feels like, you know, TNC have to contest it if they want to have a chance, but how do they realistically do it? They realistically do it by smoking, and they're going to do that just now. Someone needs to push out this mid lane. Armel is going to ball in and show himself. As I imagine the rest of the team will just make a beeline for Roshan. Doom is there. Have they got detection? They've dropped the sentry. 11 immediately BKBs. Not taking any risk. They
found Phantom Lancer. Used Ravage.
Okay, can they kill the Phantom Lancer? Paparazzi's just too tanky though. He's already popped the Doppelganger. He's not really got a way out of this one. He gets silenced as well, but he should be just fine. It's the Morphling silenced up now. He goes down. Raven dead. Godlike streak for Paparazzi. And I don't know. TNC. GG. There we go.
I mean, this game was
they finally found the letters on their keyboard.
Yeah. Ugh. I gotta say, I preferred TNC's draft, but feels like they did not play the lanes correctly, and also itemization on some of the heroes were questionable from my point of view. Also, Tidehunter was completely shut down.
I mean, yeah, that's the thing, because games like this, I was the same as you. I like TNC's draft a little bit better. It was, to me, maybe like 60-40. I preferred their draft, but they get stomped so hard, and it really does go back to that laning stage where, you know, Doom was getting double kills up top with the Shockwave on the Morphling. Tide and Morphling both got outlaned. If those heroes actually have a better laning stage, you know, this is a very different game.
Yeah, that's true. So, 1-1. This is the close series we were talking about. Every single one that I was casting so far was 2-0.
Close, but not really close, you know?
Yeah, like, so what's our next series?
I think it was a good one. I think it was Secret versus somebody, maybe OG? Or is it Secret Mineski? Have Secret Mineski played? I think that Secret Mineski's played on the mainstream. It is hype. We've got some good matches coming up next. I don't know who. We'll find out in just a minute. Stay tuned, everybody. Me and Lacoste going to be bringing you some more MDL Dota 2 action. One best of two remains. We'll see you soon.